my friend, MagicBrad, SynergyCafe, and Synergy Collaborative, and today we're talking about advertising, marketing, and the agencies, and also public relations, or PR. So Preston's over here. There he is. He's there.
Preston. I am here.
From Honduras, all the way from Honduras. And you got a good internet connection, I take it. Are you back at home now?
Back at home, yeah.
Okay, back at the home office.
Yes. Always a nice thing.
So one of the things I want to quick chat about, and then we'll maybe shift on to another topic, but the advertising agencies, the Goliath advertising agencies, I believe it's hard for them to react to some of the new changes. Like on Blab here, I just got done getting the thing back up, and it was a different window for letting you back in. So if this was a huge company, they'd probably have to wait till Monday and have a meeting about it and discuss the whole thing and work it out and then bring the meeting back. And it might take them a long time to react to it. So that's some of what I'm talking about as far as the small, God, I don't know what you'd call them, but the younger generation that they're doing miraculous type things with the internet that the big ad agencies and PR companies, they might not be able to react to fast enough.
Well, and that's true. I mean, like we talked about before, these big ad agencies, PR firms, they're like big ships in the ocean, and it takes a lot to turn them. The funny thing is it just takes a little rudder. That little rudder is very small, so if they can focus exactly on what digital media can do for their clients and actually get results for the clients, not just show numbers, but actually get results that come in as far as, like we always say, the credit card swipe, or being able to see something on the ROI almost, within a reasonable time period, then they should gravitate to people like that.
That's a really cool analogy. The rudder is what's turning that entire ship. So just a small little tweak in their social media interaction could change a lot for a client, right?
It could. And some of these brands, like Brian Franzo was saying last night, how brands should work together on platforms that actually produce results. And I was going to comment on that part, but I commented on some other things. But, the thing is that brands are big. I mean, you look at, I don't know if I can name them, but Coca-Cola, Chevrolet, or, some of these big boys, Ford, they got a lot of facets, a lot of arms that they basically have in marketing. And then they have to figure out where to put their message, and they have to create a message that's actually to a certain specific consumer or customer that is targeted. So there's a lot of work in obviously doing all these different campaigns, because I've seen Ford have, Spanish commercials. I've seen Ford has Spanish magazine articles. I've seen, not articles, but ads. All those different elements are needed in order to create that same message across many different platforms. So they look at digital as another thing to do probably, and they're like, I don't really have the time to do that. What they're not realizing is that most of the eyeballs are online.
That's an interesting point you brought up, because they used to have there's a department that's going to deal with print media, another one that might be dealing with electronic or broadcast media. Nowadays, I think they have to have a department that says, we are just Facebook. That's all we do is focus on Facebook. Another department for Twitter. Another department maybe for Blab or live stream. That's
right.
interesting.
And they have the money to do it, so I don't know why they don't do that necessarily. But what I've also seen, at least in the PR world, and there's nothing against these people, because some of them are very, very intelligent, right? But many of them are also females in the PR world, because they know how to talk to people and how to schmooze people and how to schmooze clients. But the thing is that a lot of them are not using common sense. They're using emotion to get the client excited, and they can see the numbers. But again, if the numbers don't actually come back in ROI, that PR firm is probably going to not work with them again.
Very true. You mean the numbers that you might see as far as views, like putting these little feels or props and things on Blab. They don't really mean much other than they're just kind of a visual, right?
Exactly.
And then leaving the trackability. I know that we talked earlier about some robotic traffic and things that people end up using. And what's happening nowadays is real time and actual engagement. Like Twitter feeds, there's always something going, and a person actually has to be in the conversation to make it work. They can't just automate a bunch of stuff all day long and expect people to react to it. Just glaze it over. Very interesting point. Well, if there's anything else you wanted to bring up, I'm going to kind of close this off because it's got a lot of background noise here. I'm at a different location, being a mobilepreneur again. But just pop this up there and propagate out the internet. So if anybody's interested in what we're doing with electronic media, internet advertising, real-time live video streams, and things of that sort, give us a call. This is MagicBrad, SynergyCafe, and the Synergy Collaborative. Peace, love, and happiness. Thanks, Preston.
You're welcome.